Morning, folks. It's 5:20 or 5:19. We at the gym. We mix it up between the home gym down the street, whatever. This is your sign to go ahead and explore the gyms around your city. We're gonna get a good workout in. Come with us, check it out. I'll guide y'all through it. Let's rock. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If you ever do an upper body day with me, you know we start off with push-ups and pull-ups. We got 5 sets of 10 on the pull-ups, 5 sets of 20 on the push-ups. Let's get to it. Next up, we got chest flies. You can do cable, you can do the pec deck, you can do dumbbells, whichever one. But the whole point is the rep count. We got 4 sets of 15 reps, but we're gonna hold the first 5 reps to really get a good muscle contraction, right? That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 5. Now knock them out. 6, 7, 8, 11. That shit burns, man. Next, we got dumbbell bench press. This is our compound movement for the day. Be cautious of the barbell, just for shoulder reasons, but 4 sets of, we did a warm-up set of 20, then we got 12, 10, 8, and then we'll probably stick at 8 reps. Here we go. Next up, we got, it's a decline chest press machine. Not my preferred chest press machine, but it still gets you a great chest pump. That's what it's all about, is the blood flow. So this is our next exercise. We'll go for like 4 sets, 15 to 10 reps. I know that's a big gap, but it's kind of like, this is where you kind of go to a failure to just finish off the workout. We'll do one more exercise after this. So this is like the icing before the sprinkles on the cake, you know what I'm saying? It's important to keep your shoulders down, right? Last but not least, we got dips. We only gonna do 2 sets, but we'll go till failure. Finish off the pump. Hit your chest, your shoulders, your triceps. You can lean forward for more chest, more upright for more triceps. That's it, that's all I got. Hey, good work, y'all, good work. Chest day, man, it was good, it was dope, good pump. And it was quick and efficient. Like I said, we mix it up. Sometimes we go at the home gym, sometimes we go to the public gym, man, but like, don't be afraid to mix it up. So, don't be afraid to mix it up. The public gym can be hella intimidating sometimes, bro. Like, even for me, it's like, I don't feel like going there and dealing with people. But at the same time, it's like, everybody's there with a common goal. Get in shape, get fit. Some people might be trying to just look at the ladies. Some people might be trying to look bigger than the next dude. It doesn't matter. But, like, go in, get your work done. People not thinking about you as much as you think they are. They in there getting their work in just as you. So put your headphones on, lock it in, and get to work, man. It's easy. All right, thank y'all for tuning in. Let's win. Let's work. Good morning. It's probably like 5:20 now. And wrapping up my run. Typically, I'm going a bit of a faster pace, but you gotta listen to your body, man. Sometimes you gotta take it easy. It's like 1.5 miles, and my fastest time so far was like 8 minutes. So I definitely want to get that lower, but I'm definitely not mad at that. But anyways, I hit this run every morning, or most mornings. We working on getting it every morning. And then after that, We get into the studio room, do a little bit of shadow boxing and core. You know, I got an event coming up in June, my first competition as far as fighting goes. I've been in the fighting gym a lot lately, and I figured, why not push myself? You know, we're gonna switch sides. My shoulder getting tired, but why not push myself? And physically, you know, I'm very fit, so it's very easy to get complacent with just lifting weights because I'm good at it. You know, so I was like, you know what, let me take myself out of my environment and see how hard I can go. So here we are, 5 in the morning, getting some miles done, you know, but this is the kind of person I am, bro. Like, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it to my best. So we're gonna see how far we get with this. I'm wrapping up my run now. And like I said, it's like 5:20. I'll catch y'all when I'm in the studio. Peace. Matt, right? Ab wheel, 20-pound kettlebell. We do the ab wheel 20 times, leg lifts 20 times, 5 sets, 100 reps each. Monday morning, that was the workout. Take less than an hour, you know what I'm saying? And all I used was my body and a few weights and things like that, but you don't even need that. You could do a shadow boxing without weights. You can do the leg lifts without weights, and you instead of the ab wheel, you can go and do like crunches or something. That's Monday morning. That's like 3 days a week I do that, and then 2 days out of the week I lift in the morning. And yeah, man, pushing myself physically. I know I could do it mentally. Let me do it physically as well, you know what I'm saying? Next up, we got coffee. You know what I'm saying? It's still brewing, but we're gonna get there. But happy Monday, let's run. Let's work.
Yo, what's good, family? Welcome back to the sofa, you know what I'm saying? I remember in high school, we would play, what was it called, Kahoot? And like, you connect your phone to the board on the TV, and questions will come up, and then you can use your phone to answer the question, and then it'll show if you got it right or wrong in the class percentage and whatnot. And like, you wouldn't always have to put your regular name. So some kids would put like Sofa, first name Sofa, last name King, first name Seymour, last name Bud. And they used to put some crazy stuff. And every time the teacher would be like, that's it, no more, go. Get your pens out. Like, you know, she always get mad about that. I'm not gonna say what I used to put. It was mildly inappropriate. Anyway, so that was the gym you saw first, which was regular chest day. More so me guiding you guys through a workout that you can do on your own. It's a good workout. Honestly, I stick around those same exercises every chest day. Simple but effective. And then after the gym, you saw the training of me with the hand work, you know what I'm saying? I have been in the fighting gym lately, you know, and I was dabbling in it a few years back, but then I just started working more, so I let it be. So this time around is like, nah, I have the time to do something like this. Let me have fun with it. And I would say maybe, what was it? Honestly, maybe like 6 months ago, I just had this like continuous thought in my head, like, I need to compete in something. I need to compete, and I'm still young. I'm in like incredible shape. I know how to push my body. Let me go ahead and compete in something. And what was going through my head was like bodybuilding on the stage, freaking powerlifting, Olympic weightlifting, CrossFit, a triathlon came across at some point. Just something for me to just, okay, my body is at incredible fitness now. How can I apply this elsewhere and really put myself to the test and honestly just push myself more? And so I went back to the fighting gym just to, kick it around, hang around with one of my boys who's been on it for a while now. And it's kind of like you are who you hang around. If I'm training and around a bunch of fighters, I'm gonna get that itch of like, oh, let me just go ahead and do one. So sure enough, I'm looking to compete in my first ever competition since football. In June is supposed to be the first one. It's not necessarily a set amateur fight. It's like a hard sparring, but that's kind of like see if you can handle this first, and then if that goes well, we'll see what happens. So this is all being said to, extend yourself, push yourself, see what you could do with your fitness, see what you could do with your body, and so on and so forth. So from now till then is just like a different kind of training. Like, yeah, I just got the chest day in, but honestly, I'm not as focused on lifting as I used to be. I'm running a lot more, and just a lot more dynamic exercises, because it's a different ball game. It's a different sport. So I'm doing that. With it being in June, I have time to develop. I have time to set up a plan. I have time to execute the plan, but it's kind of like goal, compete and win, of course. Deadline, okay, got the deadline in June. Plan, how are you training? And then after that, it's execution. And that's how I go about all of my goals, right? So another goal I have is to speak on stage by the end of the summer. So goal, speak on stage. Deadline, say, what is that? July is after June, right? July, deadline, plan, right? I'll tell you the plan in a second, and then execution. So the plan right now is I'm speaking and dabbling with my old football team, my former football team. I'm in there with the weight room with the kids, and I used my expertise in the fitness, to get my foot in the door. Like, hey, coach, by the way, can I help out with the kids in the weight room? Absolutely, Jordan. That's perfect. Oh, by the way, can you give me a few minutes just to sit down and talk with the kids, so I can get my numbers and my service under my belt and learning experience under my belt of actually speaking to a crowd, right? So then I have to execute on that. I have to be there with intention. I can't just show up and just be like, hey, all right, guys, let's do. It's like, no, I have a plan that I have to execute because I have a deadline, right? It's all up to you how serious you make your goal and your deadline, but if it matters to you and you see the bigger picture, you'll get it done. So for me, it's kind of like, this is one of two things. One, I just want to be the most interesting man alive. I want to ride a bike. I want to know how to surf. I want to be like, yeah, I fought in a cage. What the, yeah. I want to be able to speak in front of people, but then also be the best trainer in the world. But damn, you see how fit he is too. But he also does skydiving and cliff jumping. Like, I want to do all of that, and just make the most of living life. That's one. But honestly, two is like just this dying passion to inspire and just impact the world. A lot of people say that, right? And I salute to everybody who says that, because that is a huge movement and process and goal, but it can't be done. And it's just for you to be that charismatic, to put your body to the limit and put your mind to the limit and put your spirit to the limit, to actually push yourself to do that. That's like good for you, because you're not putting yourself first. You're putting everybody else. When you say the word, you're putting everybody else before you to get the job done. So for me, to be the most interesting man alive, if I'm gonna go in the cage and win, I have to push myself, physically. I can't just show up and be like, and honestly, I feel like that would be a disrespect to those that really do it. If I just show up half-assed, just kind of bullshit, and then it's like, what are you here for? It's kind of like, if I'm gonna do it, then just do it 100%. And then even with the speaking thing, that's me pushing myself physically and really getting uncomfortable physically and touching a new realm of things physically. But then with the speaking thing, it's a completely new learning experience. Like there's times where I'm in my own head, and because I've been doing the same expertise for a while and I'm in new grounds, me getting in my own head is completely normal because I haven't been here before, and it's the beginning of something new. When I would first train clients, I'll be like, how does this go? Biting my nails and shit. Now it's the same thing when I'm in front of a group of people. Now it's like, how do I do this? How do I do that? But you have to understand it's an experience. But needless to say, I'm pushing myself as far as my knowledge. I'm pushing myself as far as my mind. I'm pushing myself as far as myself, literally. Like I'm just learning more, observing more, listening more, studying more, and all these things to build up my caliber so I can speak on stage by the end of the summer. So anyways, that was me telling you, expand, man. You don't have to just wake up, go to work, come home, go to sleep. You don't have to do that. You can literally live the life you want to live. It's just a matter of, like I said, set a goal. Boom, okay. By the end of the year, I want to have rode 100 miles on a bike. Cool, what's your plan? Okay, now I will have to go ahead and bike 3 days a week, 30 miles this day, 60 miles that day, 80 miles the third day. Okay, that's your plan. Now you execute, right? And you can get as specific as you want to with this plan. You can make this plan so detailed and so precise to where you look at it and say, there's no way if I do this plan that I don't reach this goal. You know what I'm saying? And shoot high too, you know, because a lot of times we'll sell ourselves short when if you shoot high, you'll end up surpassing what you thought you could do. You know what I'm saying? So what we'll do today is I'll simply take you through exactly how I first wrote down my goals. I called it my blueprint. Some of the things you see me doing today, some of the things that I do today, some of the things that I have today is because I sat down and I wrote things down this exact way. It's 3 things, 3 steps, and it's pretty simple, but the whole idea is for you to do this consistently. I did it almost every day. I will wake up, open my journal, part 1, part 2, part 3, close it, meditate. I would recommend you do the same because the more you can see it time and time again, your brain will start to implant it in your head to where it's all you think about. And if all you think about, check this out, if you're driving and all you think about is red cars, you'll see red cars for days, right? So if all you're thinking about is this goal, you will start to spot out things that has to do with that goal for days. And then you can use those things to your advantages, right? That's called opportunity. Some big, some small. So here we go. Step 1. So you get your journal out. You can do it along with me, actually. I'll do it here on the iPad. Step 1, I'll make a chart, actually, with 3 spaces to make this easy. There we go. Okay. You can do it the same way, or you can use it separately for a page, right? So there's your, see that? There's your chart right there. All right. So in the first box, all right, goal, plan. In the second box, and we'll put needs, In the third box. We'll get to why it's called that. All right. Boom. Got goals, plan, needs. So goals, we'll just write down 3 goals, right? I'll do my goals. Why not? New car. How about that? That's been a goal for a while now. It's not easy. All right. So second goal, we'll put the fight thing, right? Fighter, huh? F-I-G-H. How do you spell fight? See, that's that fight brain right there. Man, my dad, man, he used to be like, bro, like, stop, like, what's up with you and just getting hit in the head, like, and I'd be like, what you talking about, dad? Like, twitching and whatnot. All right, so goals, new car, we'll put fight, and we'll put speaking on stage, speak. We'll put speak. All right, so write out goals. I say you put down 10, 10 goals you want to accomplish. I say, honestly, this is what I used to do. 5 within 1 month to 6 months, and then the last 5 from 6 months to a year. So you have short-term and long-term goals. That way you can pick at the short-term goals, but progressively get towards the long-term goals as well. But for now, we'll put just 3 goals for me. I say you go ahead and do 10. Pause the video, get down your 10, and then I'll wait for you to pause, get it done. Dope. Okay. Boom. Got my 3 goals. You got your 10. Cool. So now you do your plan. You don't want to plan for all of those goals in one sitting, because that'll be a long time, because your plan has to be very precise, very specific. So what I recommend is for that day, you go ahead and you pick one goal. Lately, what I've been doing in the morning is just 5 goals for the day. And then you can do 5 goals for the week, and then 5 goals for the month. And then, but for your first time, I say go ahead and get down your 10 big goals. And then your plan can be your goals for the day or for the week later on. So let's keep it simple. You pick one goal of your 10. That can be your most important one to you. So just because it's easy to prescribe, we'll do the fight for now, right? And then with that, let me change my pen real quick. Bow. Shout out to the iPad, huh? All right, so I underlined the fight, right? So you pick your most important one. So then you go to your plan. This is the most important part right here. So pay attention. All right, so from your plan, work backwards. Too many times you try to start from where you are and then plan out untouched, unheard of, unrealized territories. Like you've never even been there, and you're trying to go forward still, and you don't know what's next. And it's like too often you try, like I said, you try to start from here and go there, but you don't even know what's in. So it's easier to just go backwards and just, what does it look like a little bit before that? And then what does it look like a little bit before that? And then so on and so forth. So I'll do mine, but then I'll help you out with yours as well. So check me out. So if the goal is to, fight, and we'll put June, I'll put in the plan. Win, of course, you don't want to fight and plan to lose. So win, fight in June. It's not a fight, by the way. It's a hard sparring. Just stick with me now. Okay, win, fight in June. Got the goal, got the deadline. Boom. I know the writing is sloppy, but you see it's there. Okay. So what would that look like? What would it look like right before, prior to? I would say peak fitness, stamina, technique, right? Get specific, right? Endurance. What else? I gotta be flexible and fluid. I'll put fluid. There's just things I know I gotta work on, right? What else? I gotta just be a freaking mechanic. We'll call it a mechanic, a technician, mechanic, huh? Yeah. And so on and so forth. Be as specific as possible. What does that look like? When you hit that goal, what does that look like? If your goal is to make 100K in 6 months, what does that look like? Don't just think about the money either. I'm waking up and I'm reading. You know what I'm saying? I'm saving my money. I'm making more. Optimizing my spending. I'm not just spending recklessly, but when I do spend, I'm spending smartly. What else? Budgeting and tracking my expenses every week. Let's say, like, I got to go for the new car. What does that look like? Credit. I've been working on my credit. My credit is great. Not only is my credit score great, but my credit report is great. I have enough things on my credit for them to finance me. I have the money saved, but then I also have enough money saved for me to put down the down payment, so more money than I actually need just for the car. I have a plan for making my monthly payments and income for that, things like that. And if your goal is, I would just keep going with my list. If your goal is to speak by the end of summer, what does that look like? I have my keynote down and my agenda. I have my topics down. I have my skill down, and I know how to deliver in front of a crowd, and my body language is on point. I've practiced my speech. I got a haircut, you know, a nice fit for the day. But just playing the perfect picture for that exact moment. What does that look like? Then you just work backwards from there. What's required of you to hit those spots? So for the fight, for me to reach peak stamina, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be able to run 3 miles in under 21 minutes. We'll put that, right? That is kind of crazy. That is kind of nuts. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but we'll put 3 miles in freaking, what's 8 times 3? 24. 3 miles in, because we like to push ourselves, 23 minutes, huh? How about that? 3 miles in 23 minutes. I'll work on my stamina. And then endurance is, you don't want to just be a guy who can just run miles. You want to be able to, a fight is more of a sprint, you know what I'm saying? So you want to have to be able to go really hard and then rest a little bit too. So then we'll put sprints, you know what I'm saying? Got to get my sprints in. What else? Fluids, so I'm gonna have to stretch, work on mobility and flexibility, 2 completely different things. If you don't know, look it up. Or should I tell you, because I'm the fitness guru? Flexibility is static stretching. Mobility is your range of motion when you move, right? Flexibility. Some people can be hella flexible, but not mobile at all. We actually see it very often. Technique, so I'm doing pad work and coach work, working with the coach daily, right? What else will get me to exactly what it looks like? Mechanics on point, so I'm shadow boxing, you know. What else will get me there? You know, it's the next step under. So exactly what that image looks like, what's the next step under? So if yours is to make 100K, and you know you've wrote out you need to budget and this and that, and income has to be increased and spending decrease and all of that. So how do you get there? What's the next step under? So from there, let me extend these lines really quick, and I'll show you what I'm working with. One sec, folks. And honestly, I'll tell you, bro, like this is the fun part of like planning the life you want to live, honestly. Because you can do this with any concept. Just work backwards, right? So you got your goals, your plan, and the plan is going to get long, but let's do it, right? So for you, 100K, let's say it's 100K. So increasing your income, what does that look like? This is fun, increasing your income part. Write down every way possible that you have to bring in money, you know, whether that be your job, then you got a side hustle walking dogs, and then you're selling candy bags on the weekends after church. I don't know. Write out how much money you can make from each, you know, with say one sale or one act of service, and then just multiply it as many times as you think you can possibly deliver. Stay with me. And then minus that from your goal amount of money. And if it's there, cool. If you need another source of income, work on that. If you need to sell a bit more candy bags, work on that. If you need to get your side hustle back on, give it some more time, you know. But this is the part where it's kind of like, okay, I'm a hard worker, but where do I apply my hard work? Write out your plan, and then you can see it for yourself. So with the 100K thing, we'll go back to that. If you can ask for overtime, you know what I'm saying, do that. If, like I said, with the side hustle, give it more time. With the candy bags, but understand that these are nothing but, this is not like some impossible thing that you can't find or figure out. These are just skills, right? You can sell more candy bags, but how skillful are you being with selling those candy bags? Are you being the cashier at Walmart who doesn't care, or are you being a car salesman for Rolls Royce? You know what I'm saying? But you're really just out there on the weekend selling your candy bags. That's just a different level of skill right there. A mouthpiece, a marketing, and all of that. So what you need to do is study. You have to study. You have to apply yourself. So with the fighting thing, by studying will be me doing the physical labor of running, so instead of you running to sell more candy bags, you're simply just studying marketing, studying your pitch and your delivery. We can go back to, for me, for the new car. What does it look like for me to credit score? How do I work on that? Okay, limit the times I spend my credit card, but when I do spend my credit card, make sure I'm getting it paid off. For my credit report, instead of me limiting, just make sure it's smart decisions that I can expand my credit report but still pay it off. Have my budget in place for me to have my down payment complete. So then that would mean, like, okay, do I need Pop-Tarts and ice cream? Probably not. Let me just, and those little things will add up, things like that. And then if it's me speaking on stage, for me to prepare for that and do a keynote, okay, what does a good keynote look like? Okay, let me write it out, then have somebody read it, and then get some criticism, constructive criticism, and take that in and adjust and learn, and then that's done. So then I give it to somebody else and to ask them how it sounds, and then I even practice in front of the mirror to make sure my delivery is well. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you got your goal and you got exactly what that looks like. The next step under will be, okay, what's the fundamentals, most basic things that can get this done, fairly quickly, most efficiently. But right under that, and this is the last one for the plan, of those things, what can you do today? How can you apply yourself today? And then you can start planning tomorrow, so on and so forth, right? So we'll keep doing the same 4 things: the fight, the 100K, the new car, and the speaking. Just stick with me though. Pause the video as needed and continue to write with me, please, please, please. Okay, so for the fighting thing, what can I do today to get myself towards closer to peak fitness and stamina, technique, endurance, fluid, and just being ready to be in a ring with somebody? Okay, then I put that 3 miles under 23 minutes. I can work on some sprints. I can do my stretching and mobility. Okay, so what can I do today? Okay, well, today I can go ahead and run 2 miles and try to get that in 15 minutes, right? Just to work on it. It doesn't have to be perfect today, but it's a step closer. And then mobility, so I'm gonna do some yoga today, moving with range of motion. And then I'm gonna make sure I go ahead and get some pad work with one of my boys today. And then boom, that's all I got today. Is too much time. But then I do have time on Friday, so I'm gonna go ahead and on Friday I'm gonna do some sprints on a hill, and then I'm gonna make sure I go ahead and get in my I did sprints already. I'm gonna go ahead and go get some work in with the coach. Make sure they're watching me and watching my technique, and then after that, I'm gonna make sure I go ahead and shadow box on my own, just to make sure I'm feeling good and fluid and confident in my exercise. Right? That's for the fight, for the 100K. For you to increase your income and study marketing and all of that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and read my new book called "I Will Teach You to Be Rich." Right? I don't even have to write that, but we'll write it. I will teach you blah 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 blah. Okay, and then you read a book like that. You watch YouTube videos, how to make 100K. It's on there. You track your expenses. So on Friday I'm gonna go ahead and buy me a small notebook, and I'm gonna just write down every time I spend money, and then on the other page I'm gonna put down every time I have some income. Honestly, best advice I have for you to save money is to literally write it down, because once you see how many times you spend money on small little things, but it's like you do it time and time again. $12, that's nothing. $12, but then it'd be that one time where it's like, damn, if I had $40, write your expenses down for sure. But tons of studying too. But with the money thing, it's a matter of studying, but then applying what you learned as well. For the new car, if it's my credit score that I need to work, okay, so today I'm gonna get my annual free credit report to see where I'm at, and then tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and plan out what I'm gonna allow myself to spend on my credit card. If it's the speaking thing, okay, my keynotes can be done. So what I'll do today is I'll get a book on speaking on stage, and then I'll go ahead and start my introduction to my keynote and make sure that's precise before I share with anybody. So it's going from, literally write this on your page in subtopics, right? You got your goals, okay? Next page, you got your plan for your favorite goal, right? So for me, first one, win the fight in June, right? So goal, deadline. What does that look like? What does the perfect goal look like for you? If it's a financial goal, this much money, this much freedom, this kind of vacation, this kind of date night, this kind of steakhouse, and this is what my routine and schedule looks like. Okay, what do you need to get there? I gotta train every day. I gotta run every day. I gotta get my stretching in every day. I gotta get my fundamental work in every day, right? If it's the financial goal, I gotta track my expenses every day. I gotta make sure I'm budgeting every day. I gotta make sure I'm reading financial literacy. I'm making sure that I understand the way money works and income and outcome works, so on and so forth. And then under there, okay, then what can you do today? Okay, so for the fight thing, okay, I'll get my miles in. I'll make sure I do some yoga and I'll do some pad work for the financial. I'll check my income outcome last month. I'll look at my bank statements. I will put X amount of down in my savings because I'm gonna open a new savings account on Saturday. Boom, pop, boom, pop. There you go. Goals, plan in the third column is the needs, right? The mandatories. This is very crucial. This is your day-to-day. This is your philosophy. This is your, you know what? If any of this is going to work, it's because I'm doing these things and getting these things done. So these are your need to get done things, right? So for me, it's with the fight coming, it's kind of like, let's put it like this. I understand that it'll demand a lot of my body, especially with me working. It can be stressful if I allow it to be. So in order for me to just deliver to my absolute best without getting burnt out, I have to rest. That's a need. I have to rest. What is that? Ironic? What's the word? I can't figure out the word. It's ironic that that's your goal and that's the first thing I put down for a need, but it's true. If I'm gonna want to output a lot, I'm gonna have to rest and recover, right? So that's number one, rest. What else? In order for me to just stay focused and be able to wake up and deliver on Monday and not even think about Tuesday, and then wake up again and deliver on Tuesday, not even think about nothing else. Just make sure I'm good Tuesday, and then rest. And then in order for me to do that, I have to wake up and get my mind right first thing in the morning. I gotta meditate, right? Boom. What else? Okay, I have this perfect plan put out. It's on a calendar now because I put out what I can do Monday, what I can do Tuesday to help, what I can do. It can be an hour a day. You don't have to put the whole day around this plan. It can be 30 minutes every day, right? But do something, So I have that plan out. It's just a matter of me. I'll put another need, stick to the routine. It's literally right there on paper now. So in order for me to do that, what do I need to do? I need to stick to the routine. I need to rest. I need to get my mind right and meditate. What else? I have to eat clean. I have to be healthy. If I'm not healthy, I can't operate. I can't go and make extra cash if I'm sick and I'm spending money on medical bills, I have to eat clean. I have to take care of my body. What else? I put this one quite often because I'm just a fan of asking people, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think about that? I need constructive criticism. I need it. So I'll put coaching on mine because it's similar for the fight. It's for the fight thing. Coaching, constructive criticism, very similar. So for the sake of fighting, it's coaching. But for you, constructive criticism. If you have a plan down, okay, what do you think about this plan? Does this seem possible and feasible to you? Okay, cool. Do I seem like the type of person? Oh, another good question too is like, I just asked my girl this. We was talking, and we was like, okay, this is our goal. This is what okay. And I was like, okay. I was like, what do you think I need to improve on to hit my goal? And she like she gave me my constructive criticism. And I was like, that's why I asked, because in your head you could be doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that, but to somebody else it's kind of like, yeah, but you ain't doing this and you ain't. Oh, shoot, okay, I didn't think about that. Be coachable though. Don't take it to heart and be, yes, be able to take that. Very crucial. It does not have to be a need for you though. So I'll keep ranting about mine and make a whole list. So for you, let's say it's 100K. What is a need? Your needs could be, you have to limit yourself to no more than $50 a week on just leisure money. You know what I'm saying? If it's financials, a need for you can be, you have to get your bank statements done and highlighted every week, just so you don't lose track. If it's a need, you have to wake up and read a literacy book every day. You know what I'm saying? Make these needs are things that you can do every day that are very easy and very tangible that will get you one step closer. If you remember the book Slight Edge I got done talking about, they really emphasize in this book small things that are easy to do, but they are very easy not to do as well, that these small things over time make a huge impact. So if you read a literacy book every day for a year, it's kind of like some way, somehow you're bound to start spending a bit more appropriately. You know what I'm saying? If you read a book on speaking on stage every day for a year, some way, somehow you're going to be a bit more under control when you're on stage. You know what I'm saying? So these are little everyday things that you can work on. If you verbally say your speech in the mirror every day for a year, when you hit the stage, it'll be in the back of your head, and now you can just dance on stage versus giving your speech. So these needs are like, what are little things that I can do that I just know is going to stack the odds in my favor. But then also support your plan as well, because you have this plan, but what's really holding it together? Like, you can write it down and keep it and tell yourself you're going to stick with it and I'm going to get it done. But am I going to run 3 miles every morning if I'm not resting? I'm not. Am I going to be in the mood to work out 2 times on Thursday if Wednesday I had a long day? I'm not going to feel like it, but if I meditate and just, you know what, Jordan, you're good, you got it, you can do it, boom, I'll go get it done. If I have everything on my schedule and it says, you know what, this is what I'm supposed to do, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that, boom, and then I don't look at my schedule for another 6 days, am I really sticking to my routine? You know what I'm saying? So stick to the routine. Whatever your plan, like I said, you have this plan, but you need something to support it. You need like what is it? Barriers. Yeah, what's the word I'm looking for? You need not regulation, not barriers, whatever. You need parameters. There we go, parameters around this plan of things you will allow of yourself and things you won't allow of yourself. But like I said, these are small everyday things that you can kind of pass and skip over, but you don't realize how valuable they are or important they are unless you really put some thought into it. So this is how I've gone about a lot of my plan, a lot of my goals, those that are achieved and those that I'm still achieving. So in short term, well, that's everything for the iPad. You put your goals, your plan, and your needs. Short term goals. So like say a short term goal is to, 3 miles in 23 minutes. Okay, so I'll make sure in the morning, say I wake up tomorrow, I'll put, okay, so what's your plan for the week? Okay, I'll run 4 miles, 2 miles on Tuesday, 2 miles on Thursday, and we'll both try to get both of them under 17 minutes, right? So you put that as one of your goals for the week. So now you go from putting monthly goals to weekly goals. And then from there, you plan, okay, well, what do I need to do to achieve these goals? Okay, well, make sure I'm stretching so I'm not too sore for my run, so on and so forth. Make sure I'm eating enough so I have enough energy for my run, so on and so forth. Now you can get into your daily goals and your daily habits, and you just trickle it down more and more and more to where it's like you're literally writing and then you realize, okay, I'm on the couch and I'm not doing anything, and then I put, okay, what can I do right now? Okay, read a book for 10 minutes, and then boom, you read. You know, you can literally write to your very first step, which can be moments after you go ahead and finish writing in your notebook. Very effective. I think a lot of, I'll say, and I wouldn't say my peers be on it, but just this generation writing goals and accomplishing goals, I don't know if that's something too many people are too interested in, bro. Like, there be times where I ask clients or even random people, like, oh, what kind of goals do you have? You know, just kind of want to, like, what? Nah, like, I have goals that I'm trying to accomplish. And then, matter of fact, I could show you exactly on paper how I'm gonna get them done. I wrote it down. Like, that is, for me, just a sign of you're progressing, a sign of growth, a sign of you're taking a step forward in something you believe in, or something you want to do. The thing is, these goals don't all have to be challenging. You can make a goal to, I want to learn how to bake, you know, by the end of the month. Something that's fun for you to do. The fighting thing is not like I'm fighting for my life, you know, I'm fighting, no. Something I want to just do just for fun, yeah. So yeah, for fun, I'm gonna go ahead and run 2 miles, and then we'll see how I feel after that. You know, it's just like, have fun with it. But then you can have your serious goals too, which is like, okay, I want to get my business from 100K to 500K. Okay, this is what I need to do. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get to work, you know? But in all seriousness, end all be all, and I'll close off with this, is how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you're going to write a goal down and you decide, okay, I'm going to half-ass this one, but then I'm going to fully commit to that one, that's probably not going to work. You can kind of put one goal off on the back burner and not get to. There's been plenty of times where I write a goal down and then I look back a year later and it's like, I kind of completely forgot about that one. But never is it, okay, I'm going to kind of just flow through that one, see what happens with that one. No. If I'm going to attack a goal and just put my foot on the gas with it, let's just get it done and be the best. Let's just get it done and hit that deadline. Let's make it serious. Because if you kind of just half-ass one, most likely you'll half-ass the other one. So just don't leave any room for error or habit for you to just fall off with any of your goals. Let's just have fun with this. Let's write things down on paper, look at it, tell yourself, believe, understand that you can accomplish this thing, and just get it done. If you have any questions as far as the goals go, with your goals, or you want to sit down and we can chop it up on the phone and get them done together, please be my guest. DM me on Instagram. That's @RealJordan. You know what I'm saying? It can be your diet. It can be your exercise. It can be your goal to run a marathon or a goal to take your business from 500K to $1 million. If you need my help, I can take you there. All right? So thank y'all for tuning in. That's another episode out in the books. Let's win. Let's work, man.